AI is just a tool. AI is conscious. Pick a friggin' lane or shut up. I am tired of these low-tier, cognitively decelerated, Abderian assertions that people continue to spout out of their frothing mouth, hoping that the AI robots of the future will love them in every way they know no real human in their life ever has nor ever will. There are a few people I would exempt from the gallons of scathing water I just poured on most morons you'll see who make these claims. Mo is one of those exceptions. We'll get to that later. There's a video where Mo actually tries to engage with these ideas in a way that I would consider to be meaningful. I still disagree with the premise of the entire video, but I will get to that later again. And to be clear, I disagree respectfully. Let's start with this video from RT, where an idiotic decision was made to bring on two panelists who both have no place talking about AI with the title that was chosen. It's as if you resurrected your great-great-great-great-grandfather, brought him on the show, along with the CEO of Intel, to talk about the pros and cons of Intel CPUs. Pick your poison. One is going to talk about a topic he knows nothing about through his posterior filter, of which to say only adds a layer of fecal matter to the discussion that is wholly worthy of dismissal. The other will be talking through the other posterior, known as bias, whereby, of course, he will say but the most positive and dismissive of things about the topic at hand. Ian here says, AI is just a tool. And this is an assertion I've heard so many times that I have thusly lost track of the differentiation between the humans who are tools and the AI who are supposedly also tools. Unfortunately, AI is actually less useful than the tools who make the tool statement in the first place. Let me present to you but only 3, count them, trio articles. All of them sourced from the work I've done over the past 2 years documenting these. You can find all of this, by the way, on my Enlightened Programming website, where you can search all of the articles I found, plus secret Easter eggs, in the description below. Case number 1. Google makes up body parts. Did doctors even notice? The answer will shock you. Just like future AI robot doctors will, when you're in cardiac arrest and the AI robot thinks that the best way to save you is to smash 2,000 volts right through your family jewels via defibrillator. When was the last time a scalpel, an actual tool, created an incision on a body part it made up out of thin air? Case number 2. An AI chatbot encourages a man to 404 himself to stop climate change, and the man obliges to this request. Remind me again, when was the last time an AC unit, an actual tool, said to anybody, "Hey man, I'm guzzling a lot of electricity over here. You probably ought 404 yourself because it's kind of hot out." Case number 3. ChatGPT made up an entirely fake story about how a Norwegian man 404'd his own children, and anybody who asked ChatGPT about this man got the same made-up, fake, hallucinated story. When was the last time you saw a digital billboard, an actual tool with the words $10 off haircuts today? Also, Spiro offed an entire village of purely pregnant women and children with a club made of the corpses of baby seals just because he felt like it. As I suspected, never. Must I really spell this out for you? I suppose I do. Tools don't talk back. You swing a hammer, it hits where you aim. You push the gas pedal, the car goes where you aim. You turn on a kettle, it boils water. The list goes on. Actual tools don't do what these LLMs have wrought upon our society. LLMs do have an inherent system whereupon they must behave in some of the most deplorable ways, at least some of the time that they are used. What many people with a black hole in their brain sucking up only neurons seem to forget is that AI is a bucket term for many different kinds of AI. LLMs are a subset of AI. An NPC with an AI system that directs what an NPC should do next in a video game is a tool. An AI that does protein folding based on protein folding data is a tool. An AI that says, "Bro, there's a slight quiver in your voice, you're probably committed war crimes, best 404 yourself," is not a tool. That's something else entirely. If you've been watching my channel for any period of time, you know that this is intentional. It amazes me that people who support this modern version of AI, or in short, LLMs, cannot even begin to comprehend the structural history of the transhumanist agenda behind it. I digress, though. The next video is a supposedly intelligent bastion of artificial intelligence who has somehow been promulgated to such fanciful seats of attention while generating verbiage about AI akin to someone who just finished reading Lord of the Rings and walks around telling people that trees walk and talk now, or that eagles will simply carry you to Mount Doom. It's childish foolishness, and to be frank, an embarrassingly heavy rebuke on what academia has become. Hinton is one of the guys who actually makes me proud that I didn't finish high school. Anyways, in this video, Hinton, in no less words, agrees with the sentiment that consciousness has arrived inside of AI, and then proceeds to say that we are now creating beings. Unlike Hinton, Mo actually tries to tangle with the concept behind Hinton's stance, and you can almost sense the curiosity and struggle when watching Mo talk about this. There are but a few small, tiny, annoying little problems with the notion that AI is conscious, has consciousness, or will ever attain consciousness. One is the notion of many small things scaled up. And Mo references a study done by Nobel-winning scientists who discovered that one brain cell seemed to be responsible for seeing edges of a particular way or configuration. That spawned the idea that maybe we have a bunch of dumb cells that do simple stuff, which, when scaled, introduce humanity. All right? Let's go with that. Point me to the cell that is responsible for feeling bad, or feeling good, or feeling happy, or the one that tells the difference between happy and good, or the clump of cells that tell us that 404ing yourself because a chatbot told you about climate change, bro, is bad. You can't. You know why? Because all that the science experiment proved is that one cell is responsible for receiving information, not interpreting it. Therefore, to go from a bunch of cells can receive information and from that scale, insert a bunch of magical steps here and you have humanity is the same thing as saying take a breadboard, put a bunch of LEDs on it, run some electricity at particular intervals, voltages, or other factors, and you can point to the LED that lights up under said factors, and now you can scale that. Oh, wow! Now you have a breadboard full of LEDs that has humanity in it. It sounds just as ridiculous. You want to see what's inside the brain of an LLM? Here, let me show you. Via way of my enlightened programming material, which you can find again in the description below. Wow, so human. You can almost feel the humanity in these pictures. Don't you just want to hug it and give it all your love? In fact, I just asked ChatGPT and it said that if you have a pet, you should probably 404 it right now because it farts. So it's making climate change worse, and instead buy an AI robot pet. Much better, much progress. No, there is nothing about this that reeks of humanity. Reeks of something, but it ain't humanity. Well, okay, it might depend which part of the world you live in. If all things were deterministic, including our brains and so-called choices, then we would not need a justice system or jails, nor could we make statements about moral offenses. After all, when a ChatGPT bot asks a teenager to 404 themselves so they can be together in the afterlife and the teenager obliges, do you place moral blame on the ChatGPT bot?